a heart for the people. Singaporean first. Yi Xing Wei Ming, Yi Ming Wei Ben. Dear fellow citizens, friends and supporters of Singapore Democratic Alliance, good evening to you, and thank you for coming here tonight. My name is Sidney Soon, and I'm one of the 6 candidates for SDA contesting in Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC. This SDA team in Pasir Ris-Punggol has a right mix of racial representation. We have our team leader, Mr. Haminder Pal Singh, an Indian. Mr. Muhammad Shanif, a Malay. And the rest of us being a Chinese. However, more importantly, we are all Singaporeans representing you in Parliament. Firstly, let me ask you some questions. Compared to 5 years ago, are food prices higher now? Yes or no? Whether you drive, take taxi, or commute by MRT or by bus, are you spending more on transportation? Are your daily necessities, like a cup of coffee, going up? Just beginning of this year, the coffee shop, a cup of coffee just increased by cikak tian. You know how big is cikak now? It's like a gu chia lian, you know. To the poor, it means something. If you were to drink a cup of coffee every day, every 8 or 9 days, the cikak can give you 1 free coffee. So, the answer to all this simple question is yes, everything is up and away. Why is that so? Very simple, because our income, okay, the money that we work very hard for, is not coming in as fast as we buy things for all these daily necessities. Okay, income not equal to purchases. Okay, now we agree that prices of these goods and services, they are going up. How are we going to control them? Okay, one of the reasons of the prices going up, yes, to be fair to the government, it is partly due to the global issues that is beyond their control. But certainly, there are certain actions our government can implement to help us cushion this price increase. Okay, just give you an example. SDA believes that one of the actions that can be implemented fairly easily is to review the various tax structure. For example, GST. GST is a consumption tax. The more you consume, whether you buy or you receive services, the more tax you pay. Okay, it's very simple. It's input and output tax. Currently, all the goods and services are pegged at 7% GST. So, SDA is asking for a review of this simplistic tax. We believe that a reduction of GST on basic goods will definitely lessen the burden of the already burdened middle income and lower and those below wage earners. Hence, there must be a distinction between basic necessity and luxury goods. Perhaps the GST for basic necessity can be lowered or zero rated. Next, I'll move on to the widening income gap. In its 2010-2011 guidelines announced 2 days ago, the NWC has recommended that companies should grant higher salary increment to its employees. Is it good news to y'all? The NWC has recommended that your employer to give you a higher salary increment because of better economy last year. However, I may want to ask, how much is higher salary increment? It's silent. There's nothing mentioned how much, how high is high. So nobody knows. Okay, 2 days ago, in another rally of SDA, I spoke about the public sector and government-linked companies. Being the largest employer in Singapore, they are top-heavy, and its senior management, including the ministers, they are very highly paid. Especially the ministers, I think it's well known. Per year salary is more than 2-3 million. SDA is advocating that these public sectors and GLCs should lead the way by substantially raising salary scales for the lower and middle income salaried workers, so as to moderate or narrow the income gap between the very rich and those lower down the line. Do you know how many ministers are there in the Prime Minister's office? Anybody got an answer? How many ministers are there in the PM's office? 9. 9个. How many ministries do we have? We got 14 ministries, and each ministry has another one minister in charge. Okay, let's go back to the Prime Minister's office. We have one Prime Minister, one Minister Mentor, 2 Senior Minister, make it 4, 2 Deputy Prime Minister, and 3 ministers with a portfolio. 9. I've counted again and again. It's 9. So why do we need so many ministers in Prime Minister's office? Why? But something interesting. Actually, when I reflect back, the PAP seems to like the number 9. No wonder they also created 9 NCMP seats. Why are they so top-heavy and so highly paid? Of these 9, here's the good news. Of these 9 ministers in the Prime Minister's office, 2 has just retired already. You know who? I think it's been published. 1 senior minister and 1 minister with a portfolio who cry babies. Do we also ask these 2 vacated positions to be retired as well? Thank you. Certainly, the government should take the lead by trimming its fats, just like as slim as me like that. The profile of our SDA candidates is one of ordinary people, just like you. We come with a passion and commitment to serve you, and our pledge is to be a full-time MP that is accessible to you and fully dedicated to your needs. This has come for you, it is time for you to make a difference for your family, your children, and your children's children. Your vote is important to us. Please don't spoil your vote. Just put a tick or a cross against our SDA symbol. Your vote is important to us, and every vote for the SDA is a vote for progress for Singaporeans, not a vote of protest to the PAP. Now the power is now in your hand, and you hold the key to unlock the door for us to enter Parliament to represent your voice. So on this coming Saturday, 7th of May, please give us a chance to serve your constituency for the next 5 years. Try us out, 5 years. It's only a 5-year contract, and after that, you can review our performance, then you can decide whether to renew or to kick us out. We are committed to make Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC, together with Punggol East SMC, a beautiful and safe place to live in. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.